What is going on, IF Warriors? Is your boy Edward V, and today we're going to talk about my 4-year experience with prolonged intermittent fasting. Coming up. So what's going on, IF Warriors? I'm going to fill you in on my 4-year experience, my 4-year journey. So this video came out in 2013. I sometimes think I've been doing intermittent fasting for 5 years, sometimes 6, 3, 4. It's 4. I always have to look at the date and say, yes, it's 4. That video was released on February. I did start intermittent fasting January 1st of 2013. The beauty, however, is that I've never stopped doing intermittent fasting. So I always stayed with it. So basically, my body, my mental state, everything is part of my own personal study. I use all of this as to see the progression within myself of what happens with intermittent fasting, what intermittent fasting can do for me, and if it's damaging me in any way, shape, or form, if it's making things better for me in any way, shape, or form. And I'm gonna fill you in on what I've experienced so far. So right off the bat, let me just tell you that intermittent fasting has been a game changer in my life. I've been skinny, I've been fat, I've been skinny, I've been chubby, and then I became lean. So I got chubby because I was just eating and not controlling anything and working out at the same time. And I've been working out. I was working out for about 3 years, about 3 or 4 years, just working out, you know, in and out, not really consistent, but going to the gym, doing all these things and just eating, no kind of system or anything. And then the muscle will look good with a shirt on, of course, but it wouldn't look good with a shirt off. And that is not the goal. The goal is to look good with your shirt off. Well, in my mind, during that time, that was my goal. So I tried so many different diets. I tried the Atkins diet, blah, 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 blah. Let's skip all of that. But I found intermittent fasting. And once I found intermittent fasting, I fell in love from the first week when I looked at my recording and I saw how much weight I lost on the scale, how visible it was on camera. That's when I fell madly in love with intermittent fasting. So I kept going. Fast forward 8 months. I was my leanest ever that I've ever been. I'd never seen abs before on my body until I did intermittent fasting. I kid you not. And then I did the intermittent fasting primary questions answered after 8 months of experiencing intermittent fasting with research to fuel my education in intermittent fasting. And I continue researching, continue reading studies in its entirety. I have backlogs of studies that I've read, took notes on, and everything without even creating content, just because I was so fascinated with the information and I wanted to progress and I wanted to be like as potent and as real to the intermittent fasting experience as possible. So what has happened? Has my metabolism slowed down? Has my body become used to intermittent fasting? Does intermittent fasting continue to make me lose weight? Does it let me stay, maintain my weight? Do I gain weight easier? Basically, intermittent fasting is the best arsenal that I have for weight loss. I actually have so much comfort with intermittent fasting that I've experimented with myself in multiple different ways. Some stuff that will be revealed later in terms of, you know, doing specific things with weight and everything like that. It's been super, super comforting to know that I always have intermittent fasting in my back pocket, and like aggressive intermittent fasting. Like if I wanted to do something specific, I can make it aggressive. Like I could do 36-hour fasts, and I can do 48-hour fasts, and I can do 1 meal a day every now and then. Things, if I want to get to a specific weight at a specific time, I can literally time it, because I've been doing this for 4 years and I'm so used to it and I can control it so much. It has not destroyed my metabolism in any way, shape, or form. If I want to go from 10% body fat to 7% body fat, I can do it literally without even thinking about it, without counting any macros, without counting any calories, just using my system of longer fasts or shorter fasts to bulk up. But the thing is, I've maintained 100% of my control, which is probably, you know, the best thing that I've gotten from intermittent fasting is my control of weight loss. In terms of aesthetics, in terms of cosmetic, visual stuff, it's been the whole control of the weight loss. Then the health factor, I mean, I've had multiple doctor visits, and all of my results come out extraordinarily good in terms of blood count, blood pressure. Everything is above average level in terms of my doctor. I do have eczema, a skin disease, but I've always had it. I've had it since I was a little kid, and it flares up every now and then. Eczema is not a contagious thing. It's not a deadly thing. It's simply just a skin rash thing that you can have. A lot of people can have it. It's hereditary, and I unfortunately have it, which I use creams and stuff for it. I'm not super self-conscious about it, so it comes and goes. It's all good for me. I think it flared up more when I moved from New York to Florida. I originally lived in New York, now I live in Florida, and it flared up a little bit more so because of the heat, the constant heat. With Florida, there's cold and heat, and then they have more time to relax. But here it's like in constant sun and heat, so it flares up more than it did in the past. But in terms of health, in terms of my cholesterol numbers, in terms of my blood sugar, in terms of all those things, they've all come back really, really good, actually at higher levels. I've had doctors tell me that my body has iron for 2 people, which is like really good. I don't know if that's intermittent fasting that did that, or I've always had that, but I've gotten good numbers from all of my checkups. It's increased my mental fortitude. I feel my tenacity, my focus. I mean, I started this entire project of bringing intermittent fasting to you, something that I didn't have anything in any way, shape, or form set up like that before I did intermittent fasting. Even when I was doing fitness, even when I was working out, I didn't even have the thought process of what I do, what can I build, what type of element can what type of value can I bring to an audience. Yes, intermittent fasting is very valuable, but it allowed me to create a platform for you guys to view something like this. And I think that a lot of that has to do with the mental focus, the clarity, the way that where I can pinpoint where I want the direction of my channel to go, what I want to, the value that I want to provide to my audience. So that could definitely be connected. Is either a correlation or causation, but it definitely was not happening before I started doing intermittent fasting. And have I been able to keep the weight off? Yes. Not only have I been able to keep the weight off, but I can, like I said before, control it. I can go up and down to my desire for bulking, for slimming down. And if I want to do something like with pictures or something, taking pictures, I can literally time it. I can say in 2 months, I'll be able to be 6%. So give me 2 months, and then I just go into my intermittent fasting strategies to lose the weight as fast as I can. If I hit a wall in any way, shape, or form, I know how to get around that wall seamlessly. There you have it, guys. That is my update on my mental situation, my focus, my body composition, everything in regards to my 4-year experience. Keep in mind, for all 4 years, I did probably about 95% intermittent fasting throughout those times. Remember, there are little specks here and there that you can decide not to do intermittent fasting, but those were the exception, not the rule. It isn't the other way around where normal eating is the intermittent fasting is the rule. And when I break it to go out with my friends, you know, on a Saturday or something, that's the exception, not the rule. So for 4 years, I would say about 95% of the time I was doing intermittent fasting, and it has been phenomenal for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions to any other videos that I've had in the past, I will have one here. And of course, I will have my subscribe button down there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Have a good one. Peace.